Hello, everyone. The current topic is to talk about the vision as well as strategy as part of the product management concepts. Let's go into the topic. The vision statement is talks about the future state, what the organization or the enterprise would like to achieve, and it should be a simple, straightforward statement which we can easily communicate to our internal associates as well as external clients, stakeholders, investors, if in case it is a startup or any the customers and users as well. But it should be aspirational and it should be realistic to achieve and it should be revised or refreshed, realigned on a regular timely basis as well. And we should include, we can consider the market strategies, the customer segmentations, as well as the end user requirements, whom we are targeting, whom we are focusing on by bringing up or by defining this vision statement as an organization. So there are different ways to define the vision. So the most common, most relevantly commonly used across the organizations is like using a postcard from future. So what is that postcard from future is right now we are in 2022. So if we case we say that hey, define the vision, write a postcard from, let's assume you're in year 2030 or year 2050. So after 15, 20 years or 18 years down the line, how you as an organization would be there at that point of time, right? So that is what we define it as a postcard from the future, where we will define our vision, assuming that we achieved that or we reached that stage. Let's say, let's take an example, like we would like to become a Fortune 500 company, or we would like to achieve $1 million profit, or like billion customers, or one lakh subscribers, whatever the context from the organization perspective, right? So we will be assuming that we achieved that, and we will define how, or once we achieve that stage, once we achieve that goal, how we were feeling. That statement we will be defining as like as if we are writing a letter using a postcard. That's what we call it as a postcard feature. The other common, another common approach is like a magazine cover. Let's assume you're like you're on a magazine on a cover page showcasing that a so and so organization online shopping app became a top one organization or top one online shopping app within 5 years or within 10 years, or achieved this much of goal or this much of revenue, this much of business. That is what we can define it as a magazine cover. Or to some of the companies, they started defining it as a video as well. So especially like John Deere, one of the company, they defined a vision, their vision statement in the form of a video, showcasing how the future looks like once they achieve that state. That's what they defined in a video format, and they released it to their associates, employees, customers, stakeholders, investors, everyone. So without giving any statement, they did release this video to everyone across. Right. So they again, there are these are all different ways how we can define vision and how we can set the context and how we can define it to achieve the goals. Let's take a look of couple of examples of popular companies across the world. The IKEA vision statement is, our vision is to create a better everyday life for many people. Right. So they made a generic statement or stating that hey, they would like to create a better everyday life. So if you look at their products, it includes each and everything from the day-to-day perspective. That's what their vision statement is. Nike, they mentioned bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, and the athlete, they made an asterisk statement stating that hey, if you have a body, you're an athlete, which means even though we are not into any sports or anything as such, still they are considering each and every individual as an athlete, right? McDonald's may make a statement or the vision stating that hey, to be the best quick service restaurant experience, and they went a step ahead and defined they say being the best means providing outstanding quality service, cleanliness, and value, so that we make every customer in every restaurant smile. See, they are explicitly calling out what they would like to achieve or what is their statement in a clear, crisp, straightforward statement. Amazon. Right? So we strive to offer our customers the lowest possible prices, the best available selection, and the utmost convenience in placing the orders or whatever the context they would like to bring in. Right? Google, as we all know, that to provide access to the world's information in one click. Right? Zoom, a simple, straightforward statement. Zoom is for you. Whatever they are bringing, that is for us as a end users, as a customers. That's what their statement is. Now, as we are discussing about the online shopping app in all the product statement, product management videos, let's quickly take a look at how we can define the vision for this online shopping app. By taking the reference from the previous examples, I just tried to create a simple vision statement. So one of the example of the reference is like, hey, our vision is to create a secure way to deliver orders to customers. The other example is by taking McDonald's as a reference to be the best, quick, safe online ordering and delivery experience to our customers. Being the best means providing outstanding quality, on-time delivery, right? And with all safety precautions in care so that we make every customer in every home safe. Right. So again, I just took a McDonald's statement as an example and I revised it, reframed it to just give it as an example reference. Now, that is how we can define the vision statement. So whatever is relevant, whatever is convenient from the organization perspective, they can define the vision statement. And what's next? Once the vision statement is defined, it should be communicated to all the stakeholders, associates, the customers, investors, and any ambassadors or whoever it is required. It should be communicated. And this further helps them define or come up with the strategy in achieving the vision. Right. So just defining the vision will not help. It is not sufficient. We need to go ahead and start defining the strategies and start coming up with the actual implementation aspects, right? So now let's quickly take a look at the strategy. What is a strategy, right? So every organization comes up with their own strategy, their own ways of achieving the vision, achieving the goals, what they define from the organization perspective, right? So that includes the customer's perspective, so the customer's expectations, and it clearly calls out what we as an organization would like to achieve, would like to develop to achieve the organizational vision, right? So the sample format, the typical format which is used across to define the strategy statements is for the customers. The customers we can include, if you remember, like we are in the plans or we are in the process of defining the personas, different personas, different end users perspectives. So we can include that here. Who do something? What is it the customers would prefer to do? What is the customer about to do or expecting to do? The solution which you are about to bring, which you are about to define, which you are about to deliver or implement is a thing of how part. How this solution which you are about to define, design, and develop and implement will be providing the value to the customers. And we are not stopping here. We are going a step ahead and stating that, hey, unlike the competitors or current solution or non-existing solution, right? Our solution, what is it the thing it differs, and what is the why part? Why the customer should be using our solution, or how the customer could be getting benefit by using our solution or the product or the application which we are about to define and implement, right? So this strategy statement can also include the non-functional requirements as well, wherever it is required. So again, going back to the online shopping app as a reference, I just came up with a couple of strategy statements. So just to see, like for customers who would like to place online orders, okay, what are the customers we are targeting here? The customers who like to place online orders, yes, they are our target customers. They are our group focus customers. The online shopping app, the solution which you're about to develop, which you're about to define, is a one-stop solution. So why we are saying it is a one-stop solution? That provides all required products in a single place, right? So we are saying that our app is a one-stop solution. It provides all the required products for the end user's perspective in a single place. So here we might get it out. Hey, what is that different? What is it we are trying to do different, or we are trying to bring in our unique factor, right? So unlike existing products, our solution handles customer orders in a smooth pace, right? So here again, you might feel it is not clearly called out. Yes, again, as I mentioned, it is just a reference sample strategic statement, which intentionally I left it half baked or half cooked, just to trigger the thought process from your side, what you can define or how you can define the strategy statement. So going a step ahead, the second perspective or example, which could be like for families, right? So here in the first statement, we defined as a for customers, which is a generic statement. Now we are refining and we are making it a clear, explicit statement in the strategy form, saying that, hey, the for families, so which means we are targeting as a first step for the families. And again, might not be for all the families who are working from home due to pandemic, right? So the families who are working from home due to the pandemic, the online shopping app is a safe and secure solution. So what we are trying to showcase is the app which we are about to develop, which we are about to define and implement is a safe and secure solution, right? That provides all required products in a single place. Again, going back to the previous context, there are many other products or many other apps which are providing all required products in a single place. Our solution takes all required COVID-19 precautions for delivering orders, right? So this is what we are defining it as a unique factor or a differentiating factor when compared to the existing products, right? So this is how we can define the strategy statements based upon the visions. And this again, the strategies, how we define it is up to the organization, and that once the strategy is defined, it should be communicated to all the associates, the stakeholders, the investors. Might not be, the strategy might not be defined or explained to the customers, outsiders who are ready to, who are about to use our solution, but this should be clearly, explicitly communicated to the stakeholders, the employees, associates, and the investors who are working on it, so that they will start understanding it and they will start working on the actual implementation of the solution in the next steps. Okay, so that's about the vision as well as the strategy statement. We'll see you soon in the next upcoming videos for other topics regarding product management. Thank you.